Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Earthbound. I am Atyrum, and we're starting today's episode off a ways from where we were last episode. I went ahead and walked all the way back. I guess it wasn't that far, but I walked back through Saturn Valley and whatever the area between there and Threed was. Got back through the caves here, and as we're going to see as we emerge from the cemetery in Threed, things have gone back to normal. I guess we hadn't ever seen Threed when it was normal before, but with the defeat of Master Belch, all the zombies have gone, and all the evil things and ghosts and stuff that were threatening the town have disappeared, and now everybody's all thankful and glad that we got rid of all the monsters and all that. So not only did we free the Mr. Saturns, but we also saved the town of Threed. And there's a trash can here that I didn't ever check. Let's see, there's an insecticide spray. Still have not really ever found a use for those, because really, as far as I can think of, the only real insect enemy you're going to be facing is the cockroach, and even the more powerful cockroach enemies are not really that difficult to beat. Maybe there's a boss. I mean, there's the ant and giant step, but I don't think you can get an insecticide spray before that, so you can't really use it there, because that's the only boss enemy I can think of. So anyways, let's go ahead and we are going to head to the next town, or rather city, Forside, for which we have to take the bus. I mean, we could walk, but it would be quite the long walk, so we are going to take the bus. Speaking of which, what does it say on the side of that bus? It looks like it says maybe like Croy Home Bus? Croy Home Bus? That doesn't make any sense. Post in the comments what you think it says on the side of that bus, because I can't really tell. I think the video should be HD enough that you can kind of tell what it... I mean, it's pixels, so it's kind of hard to tell in the first place. But you should be able to see it as clearly as I can, and I mean, I can't really... Cray Hand Bus, maybe? Because that letter in the middle of the first word looks the same as the one in the middle of the second word. So it's either Cray Hand Bus or Croy Hod Bus, if that's another H. I don't know. I wonder if there's actually, like, I don't know. There's probably not any kind of, like, actual explanation for what it says anywhere. I bet you even if you looked on, like, the Earthbound wiki, you probably wouldn't find anything because you just can't really read it. I mean, that's about all there is to it. So anyways, the next area we're heading through is the desert, and as we're going to see, there's quite the traffic jam here, so we can't get through the Forside just yet. And it's up to us if we want to get off the bus and walk around the desert. No, it's not. I didn't get a choice there. I was kicked off the bus and you left. What if I wanted to wait in the bus where it's not, you know, really hot? I mean, look at us. We're all sweating here. Okay, and so what that means actually, if you'll notice that my characters are in fact sweating when we're not in a dialogue screen, I think. Oh, it must be when we walk into the actual sandy area over here. So if we're on the road, we're fine. But if we walk out into the actual desert, then we get all sweaty. And what that means is that you can contract I think it's a sunburn that you get, and a sunburn will give you damage kind of like poison or having a cold, and you can heal that off with, I think, Healing Alpha, so it's not that, it's just kind of a nuisance. Oh, so apparently there's a herd of buffalo that's blocking traffic, and it's so bad we can't even walk through here. I mean, we could walk through here if this guy wasn't in the way, but unfortunately we cannot PSI freeze him and throw him to the side of the road and get past him. So let's go and stop at the store over here. I don't believe there's anything we really need to buy at this point, but I'll figure I'll take a look. Oh, I guess there is the Mr. Baseball Bat. So we gotta give that to Ben. I guess we do have upgraded weapons, and let's go ahead and sell the old one. We probably have a whole bunch of money in our ATM as well, because I haven't checked that in a while. Deluxe Fry Pan and the Coin of Slumber. Okay, so those will be upgrades. Also, off camera, I forgot to do this on camera, but one of the Mr. Saturns, you may remember him from episode 9, I think, when we first visited Saturn Valley. He said he was going to give you some items when you came back, and I actually did run back on my way back to Threed, and I stopped by... Oops, I need to pick up that Coin of Slumber. I went ahead and stopped by that Mr. Saturn. He gave me the Mr. Saturn coin, which gave quite the... Oh, did I equip that? Am I losing it? Oh, I don't have enough money. That's probably it. Duh. I should probably pay attention to what I'm doing. But anyways, I got the coin, the Mr. Saturn coin, which is actually a very good defensive item, and we have a lot of money here. But yeah, it's a very good defensive item. I mean, let's go look at the equip screen real quick, because I gotta show you this. Because Ed originally had the hard hat, which gave him 49 defense. The Mr. Saturn coin bumped that up to 81. So that's pretty crazy. So actually, let's now go in and actually buy the Coin of Slumber now that we have enough money for it. I was wondering, because I could have sworn I had hit the buttons to buy it, but it hadn't gone through, and I think that's all we need to do at this point. We do have a decent amount of inventory space at the moment, and I'm just now remembering that I said I was going to go off camera and go ahead and go back to Onet, but we'll probably save that for a bit later. Oh, and there's a mole attacking us. And I'm pretty sure, based on the low amount of experience he gave me, that that's the same kind of mole that we were encountering back in the cave by Peaceful Rest Valley. And here's an upgraded weapon for Ed as well, so let's go ahead and give him that and equip it, of course. Oh, and we want to sell back the old one if we can do that. Okay, so he had the Magnum air gun. We've had that one for a while. Oh, he doesn't want to buy that. Oh, okay. So I guess that's something that might count as like a key item, so we can't actually sell that. Anyways, we're gonna find another monkey here. I think he's unrelated to the bubble monkey. This is a completely different type of monkey. The bubble monkey was more of I guess a winter monkey. These guys are desert monkeys. And they have a little hole down here we can go visit, although we can't really do much here yet. We'll be coming back here a little bit later in the game. There's a mushroom enemy, which is probably the same stuff we were fighting around Saturn Valley, so we won't even bother fighting them. And this floating monkey over here is Talarama, who's kind of like the spiritual leader of the monkeys. And he says not to bother him, and we actually can't bother him. So yeah, we'll just leave here. I just figured I'd show this area real quick. I don't think it'll be too long before we come back here. And there's actually a little bit of an annoying little mission you have to go through here. But anyways, there's a magic butterfly. We don't really need that at this point. And some new enemies to encounter in this area. First of all is the scorpion, which is the Skelpion. So let's go ahead. I don't believe this thing has anything too much it can do to you other than possibly poisoning you. And obviously not too much of a threat. I feel like I might be a little over leveled at this point, possibly. I mean, considering how easy the last Your Sanctuary boss, I don't know if I'd say it's really easy, but I didn't have too much difficulty with the last Your Sanctuary boss, even though I was kind of low on PSI. Oh, there's a present up here, and you know, these enemies are pretty easy, but I mean, I guess that's just par for the course. I mean, you don't want to make it. Ooh, that flash of red there means that somebody needs to be healed of a sunburn, but you don't want to make it in an RPG so that like every single random enemy is like super difficult to kill, because that just makes the game really annoying. And right here, you may not be able to see it because it's a really small little black dot here. And this is a tiny black sesame seed on the ground that apparently can talk. And it wants to apologize to the white sesame seed that it hurt. Oh, and here comes the cameraman, so let's go ahead and skip that. Okay, and then continuing on. So we gotta go find the white sesame seed and give the white sesame seed the apologies from the black sesame seed, so they can get back together and live happily ever after. And I think it's gonna be... Oh, is that... Oh no, that's the desert wolf. Okay, it has the same sprite on the overworld as the dogs from Onet, and I was like, holy cow, is there a dog from Onet all the way out here? Because if so, that's gonna be like a one-hit kill, you know, and I don't know. But no, it's a new enemy that has the same overworld sprite, which we will be seeing a lot of that kind of stuff here. So anyways, ooh, and there's a buffalo. Can we fight the buffalo? Yes, we can. Okay, the bad buffalo. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't remember seeing this enemy. I wonder if it's kind of a rare enemy, possibly. Because I don't remember ever seeing this before. And it seems like it'd take quite a few hits, and it's got quite a bit of defense. And it's hitting us for something good here. So let's go ahead, life up Ed, and let's... I mean, we hit it a couple times already. Let's just go for a PSI freeze alpha and just shoot with Ed. 130. Okay, I guess it wasn't too challenging. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that enemy before. Okay, so it doesn't give an absurd amount of experience, so it's not like it's... I don't know, because there are some rare enemies in the game that you only see, like, very rarely. I guess that's the definition of being a rare enemy. But they'll give, like, an absurd amount of experience. Oh, and apparently someone lost some contact lenses around here. If we can find them somewhere. Maybe that shining thing in the ground over here. It was a set of contact lenses. This reminds me of in Pokemon Red and Blue, when you're going through the Safari Zone and you're looking for the Warden's teeth. And there's actually a sign put up that says, the Warden is missing his teeth, please let us know if you find them. And the teeth are like right by the sign, so it just seems kind of silly. And I guess we might as well pick up that butterfly if we can catch up to it. Also, that white sesame seed is around here somewhere. But anyways, yeah, that little thing kind of reminded me. Is this thing just gonna keep running away from me? Like, seriously? Come on now. Okay, now we cornered it. There we go. But yeah, I mean, just having the sign right there, and then the contact lenses are like a couple feet away, like within like eyesight. I mean, I guess if you lose your contact lenses, maybe you can't see them. I don't know. And there's the wolf again. We'll go in and fight that guy. And then there should be like a little oasis somewhere over here, I believe. We can just go to the other side of the highway over here, but I think we want to head over here first. And I thought the white sesame seed would be over here. Maybe I'm mistaken. Unless there's more. It's gotta be around here somewhere. There's another magic butterfly. And a whole lot of just open, empty space. And another present. Sudden gut spill. We can't use that just yet. I feel like there's always a desert area in like every single video game ever. Like every single like RPG, there's always gonna be. Ooh, two people just got sunburned there. There's always gonna be a desert. There's always gonna be, you know, like a winter area, and there's always gonna be like, I feel there's always like an underwater segment. I think Earthbound does not have an underwater segment, luckily enough, because that one tends to be the most annoying, because usually there's some kind of swimming mechanics, and you move a lot more slowly, but I feel like every RPG ever has all these different, certain areas you can go through. And here we found, this guy here, who found a good hole, and he's digging for Gary Gold? He's digging for buried gold, and he's really hungry. So, I guess we can give him some food. Do we have anything we don't really need? I guess we have a full inventory, so we should probably give him something. Let's give him a double burger. I tend to just use PSI for healing anyway, so we don't really need that. Here's the headquarters for finding buried gold. You can actually head down into his hole, but there's nothing really there at this point. And this place seems a little bit run down, but we can stay the night for free, which is nice. Going to get healed up, get all our PSI back. And yeah, that's it. We didn't have enough IQ to repair anything in the night just yet. And I do want to find that white sesame seed if I can. I think this is the oasis we were just at. Okay, we're gonna find another stray wolf. And maybe over this way. I suppose I'm not really combing the desert as well as I could. But there's probably a better way, a better method of going about this. And oh, there we go. There's the white sesame seed. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere here. Okay, we've seen the black sesame seed, and he does still love you. Do we have to go find him again? Okay, let's go ahead and go back up and find the black sesame seed again. I think he was up this way. Oh, there's a lot of enemies around here. And we got hit a little bit hard there, so let's go ahead and throw a couple life ups up. And because we're probably going to end up fighting that UFO over there, because it's kind of flying around erratically. And this is technically a new enemy as well. This is going to be the cute little UFO. Yeah, that's right. It's a UFO with a bow on its head. Let's just go ahead and go all out and get our PSI out there and go ahead and knock these guys out. We do have free healing, not too far away, so I don't really feel that bad throwing that up. And ooh, PSI Thunder. Okay, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, nope, Katie's dead. Ah, shoot. That didn't go so well. I did not expect to get hit by PSI Thunder. That was PSI Thunder Alpha, wasn't it? Yeah. Although we do, actually, now that I think of it, no, we don't want a cookie. We really do not want a cookie. It's way too late in the game to be getting health items that only heal 6 HP. But we do have a cup of life noodles, which I think this is the first time we've seen this item. And it's basically just an instant revitalization, and brings you back up to full health, which is nice. Oh, and there's a monkey down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to him. As sea monkeys live in the sea, desert monkeys live in the desert. I mean desert, not dessert. Yeah, I'm so happy there's animals in the desert. Okay, that's nice. There's a present over there. Let's see if we can scroll that dog off the screen. Very nice. Although we do have this. What the heck is this thing? The Crested Buka. That's an interesting name. I wonder if that's based off some kind of real animal. I wonder if there's a real animal called the Buka. Let's just go all out again with the PSI, because I don't want to be hit by some kind of surprise PSI attack again, like we were in the last battle there. 9 damage, that's it? Really? I guess it resists fire. Okay, that's interesting. So the Desert Wolf went down, and didn't the Crested Buka already attack this turn? Does it attack twice? That's a little bit irritating. Anyways, let's go ahead and go for a freeze, see how much of that does. A little bit better. I guess the Crested Buka is a fairly defensive monster. Another one that I don't really remember seeing before, but again, I think I mentioned this before. There's so many different enemies in Earthbound. Ooh, we got PSI Freeze Gamma, which is very nice, but there are so many monsters in Earthbound, it's hard to keep track of them all. And Skip Sandwich Deluxe, and we are probably running out of inventory space, but let's go ahead and get back up. Ooh, and that's an enemy where you really don't want to be fighting. So the Black Sesame Street, Sesame Seed, was right over here, so let's see if we talk to it again, if anything will happen. Okay, nothing. Do we have to walk back and forth a whole bunch of times? Okay, so I just got back here to the White Sesame Seed, and I just got Sunbird again. So now I've talked to both of them, and I've gone back and talked to both of them, and nothing else has happened. I think that's all you have to do. I thought that maybe there would be some kind of item reward or something like that, but I guess not. Okay, so we're just going to continue on, going around this way to where we were before by the giant hole that there's nothing in there just yet, so I won't bother going down there. And we should be able to get around the traffic jam here. Well, actually, as we'll come to see, if we come over here, the traffic jam's actually gone, I believe. Actually, I kind of want to walk over that way to the left and see if it's if there's actually a herd of buffalo sitting over there, or if it's just completely gone at this point. Because if it's completely gone, then I feel really silly, because I should have just stayed on the bus, you know, like in the air conditioning. Ooh, what is this? I'm a broken slot machine. That will make you happy. Would you like to insert a buck? Sure. Okay, so it's like a lottery machine. Okay, I'm guessing I didn't win anything this time. I'm Thomas Jefferson. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up again. That's the annoying part of the desert, is that you have to heal so much. Probably better to stay on the road, but it does look like, yeah, this is where the traffic jam was, wasn't it? Yeah, it looks like the traffic jam is gone, unless I'm mistaken. This is a fairly long road, isn't it? We do have a skip sandwich, actually. Let's go ahead and use that, just to speed things up a little bit. There we go, that's a little bit better. Yeah, it's gone. The traffic jam is gone. We really should have stayed in the air-conditioned bus. We wouldn't have to worry about fighting all those monsters, and Katie wouldn't have died, but alas, we decided to get out against our will. But, so now we're heading onto Fourside, finally. And, yeah, we'll be coming back to this desert fairly soon. There's actually 2 things we need to do here. One relating to that hole in the ground that one guy, I don't remember his name, was showing us. The one digging for the gold, and then there's also the monkey's hole. There's something down there as well. So we'll be going back to both those areas. And there's also, would you know it, another desert area in this game that comes up a little while after Fourside. So you haven't seen the end of the deserts. If you don't like deserts, well, too bad. There's quite a few of them in this game. So yeah, we're crossing this nice little bridge up here and heading into Fourside. And let's see, we've been going for about 20 minutes here, so I think we can still do a couple things at Fourside. Maybe just explore the town, and we'll get started on some actual story-related stuff in the next episode. And we'll probably start seeing a couple of interesting enemies here as well. A couple of, you know, like the usual crazy policemen and hippies and like all sorts of other stuff. And this guy's telling us about a rich guy named Monotoli who kind of almost runs the city. And there's an enemy over here, a blue man of some kind. And this is the Annoying Reveler. Okay. Should be able to take him out fairly easily, especially if we get a smash hit. Although I'm kind of surprised that smash hit didn't knock him out. He's got a bit more HP than I thought he would have. And there's a level up for Ed. Now we're all over level 30. Yeah, I've played Earthbound a couple times, but I haven't played it enough. Ooh, here's a taxi that's attacking us. I haven't played it quite enough to know like what level you generally are at certain points of the game. Actually, let's go ahead and get some PSI out, because I'm afraid that the we can try PSI freeze gamma, I suppose. I'm kind of afraid what the taxi might throw at us. Exhaust fumes, which make me cry, which means I'm probably not going to land my physical attack I try and hit it with. But luckily it doesn't have much health. But yeah, I don't know what levels you tend to be at certain points of the game, because I've only played through Earthbound. I don't know, I think I've only played through the whole thing twice, and I've watched a couple of Let's Plays of it, so I guess I have the experience of a couple playthroughs, even if I've only played through it myself twice. But yeah, we kind of wander around the town, and a lot of people will be telling us about Monotoli, and apparently Monotoli has been hanging out at a kind of unpopular place called Jackie's Cafe, a place we'll be going to a little bit later. This person has heard some bad rumors. I heard he made a deal with a pure evil entity in exchange for power. You know, stuff like that. You know, just the general kind of rumors that go around town. There's a new singer called Venus, and she's better than Runaway 5. We are going to be seeing the Runaway 5 again and experiencing one of their shows, probably next episode, I think. And this guy's telling us that the gold that was being dug for is worth a lot of money, and this kind of hints to something that we're going to be encountering in the next episode. And there is a department store here I do want to stop by at some point. I'm not sure if we should do that now, or... Actually, I don't know if we can stop by the department store now. Let's see. Temporarily closed. Gwarg. And there's that little noise that means something spooky is going on. So... And apparently when Mr. Monotoli became the owner of this department store, strange things started happening. But that's another place we'll be coming back to pretty soon. This is the Monotoli building. I suppose we might as well go ahead and hear. We still do have a bit of time left in this episode. I do have some random battles to cut out as well, so we should be fine. Hello, babyface. What brings you to the Monotoli building? Just checking things out. I heard that Mr. Monotoli made a deal with a pure evil entity, so I just kind of, well, you know, want to see what's up with that rumor. This elevator is only for Master Pokey's use. Pokey? What's he doing here? It goes directly to the 47th floor. What if you want to go to the 43rd floor? I mean, this is the only elevator I saw. How do you get to any of the other floors? Also, I'm 10 years old. I wouldn't be staring at your hips. But anyways, let's go ahead and get off the elevator here, and we'll see a couple of shady-looking security guys. Are you a friend of Master Pokey? It's okay to visit him here, but don't wander around the building. Someone might be suspicious of you and take a pot shot at you with a machine gun. The kinds of dialogue you don't see in Nintendo games nowadays. Whoops, I was almost going to beat you up. Well, I'm glad you restrained yourself there. So, anyways, we're going to head over here. And lo and behold, it's our old friend Pokey, and by friend I mean our annoying neighbor. Ooh la la. Yeah, and apparently he's quite well off now. Since we last saw him in Happy Happy Village, conveniently he was also hanging around the Manny Manny statue, which we also heard last episode was in Fourside. So there's some weird stuff going on. That Manny Manny statue, some kind of evil something going on. Obviously, it seems like the Manny Manny statue might be connected to Gygus. I mean, considering the rumor we heard about Mr. Monotoli, the fact that Pokey's hanging around him, yeah, some funny stuff going on. Anyways, we're being escorted out by security. You must never show your face around Master Pokey again. What's funny is if you actually walk back in there, you don't, you know, get immediately escorted out. You actually get the same dialogue again. Which is kind of funny, I mean, considering he says you must never show your face from Master Pokey again, but you can just go talk to him again if you want to. And we can't go in that way, so we're just going to have to head back down the elevator and get another comment about not staring at her hips. But anyways, so yeah, we still have some more time in this episode, so we could probably go ahead and do the next thing, I think, which would be seeing the Runaway 5 concert, because they are here. And as we're going to find out, they are in a bit of a money issue again. Seems like something that they get themselves into quite often. So the theater is... Well, this is the Dinosaur Museum. We're heading there later. A lot of areas I'm kind of introducing, but a lot of places we're not going to be going to until a little bit later now. But anyways, we'll go in here, buy a ticket, 30 bucks. Do we really have to pay for a ticket? I mean, we are friends with the... Oh, I guess we have to get the ticket out. We are friends with the Runaway 5. We should be able to get VIP seats or something, but I guess not. The show's starting soon. But yeah, if we go ahead and go in and talk to their new manager here, somehow the band arrived in Forsyth not too long ago and already owes the manager $1 million. The police would probably say, "Hey, you guys," or something like that. And we don't have $1 million, but we are getting hints about buried gold yet again. And of course, you'll remember just a few minutes ago we were talking to the guy who was digging for buried gold. So we'll be getting to that probably next episode. For now, let's go ahead and head in and see the Runaway 5 concert. It seems like they've kind of gotten a better venue this time. There are actually some nice seats and a whole bunch of blonde people. I don't know why everybody's blonde. I guess only blonde people like to watch the Runaway 5, but the Runaway 5 is apparently waiting for us, so we're going to go ahead and head inside. I wonder if they were waiting to start the concert until we got here. Like, nope, sorry about that. Like, what if we never got here? Like, what if, I don't know, we got killed by an enemy in the desert and never made it here? Like, would they wait for us forever? How do they know, like, when we're coming? What if we decided to stay a couple nights in Threed? I don't know. But yeah, they're stuck in a bit of a rut yet again. And yeah, I don't know how they keep doing this, how they keep owing people money, but it keeps happening. And we're going to go ahead and watch their next concert, and I'm going to go ahead and shut up and let you guys enjoy it. So yeah, here we go. Okay, and that's the end of the concert, and it seems like they're struggling a little bit. I mean, you saw in the beginning there, they weren't quite keeping up with the little stage lights up there, and at one point, the guy in red, I don't know their actual names. There's a chubby red one and a skinny green one, so I'll call them Mario and Luigi. So Mario was over here, and he seemed to get confused because he was supposed to be over by the microphone, and it seems like the stress of owing $1 million to someone has been getting to them. So we'll have to resolve that in due time. For now, let's go ahead and head out here. Kind of disappointed we can't get into the department store just yet because I feel like there's probably some upgraded items in there we can get to. But that will have to wait. For now, I believe we're just going to end the episode off there. I think we've done everything we need to in Foresight here. We don't really need to stay the night. I think we're good on health and everything like that. So yeah, next episode I'll meet you guys back in the desert and we'll go digging for buried gold. Yeah, and I'm sure it'll probably be the third best LP episode you've ever seen. I guarantee it. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode of Earthbound.